Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is The Walking Dead at number 46. It's been out for a little while. We've gotten behind on The Walking Dead, but I want to catch up, and we're doing a Walking Dead week here at Graphic Policy Television GPTV. So The Walking Dead Deluxe, it is a kind of a reprint of the original Walking Dead, except colorized. There's also notes from Robert Kirkman where he talks about the comics and his original kind of notes going over it. It's written by Robert Kirkman, art by Charlie Adlard, colored by Dave McCaig, lettering by Rus Wooton. All right, so this is kind of the governor's revenge. We got kind of hints in the previous issue. Tyrese's time in the series is not going to last long, and spoilers, it's not. You can kind of tell from the cover. It's an interesting issue. I mean, Tyrese I always thought was a character that had tons of potential, and I really wish he stuck around for a lot longer. But unfortunately, he was used to make a point by the governor. It's interesting. I mean, this is one. Obviously, there's a lot to it. You got a racist jackass and the governor killing Tyrese, a black man, especially like lopping off his head. I feel like there's some kind of, it's a little unease. So the thing that's interesting, I'm not going to show it, but since it's a colorized comic, like how does that gore like really kind of, does it change at all? And this one, it's interesting. Like it's gross up to an extent, but it doesn't go completely over the top. There's a lot of blood, but like when it actually comes to like the severing of the head and what you see and all that, it doesn't really go crazy. Which kind of shows, I mean, the black and white I remember being fairly impactful and being, you kind of get taken back a little bit. So it's interesting to see like what elements the coloring of the comic does and does not include. I think the other thing that has been great that Kirkman has done that resonates today is how the governor manipulates his people. I mean, he gets back there after killing Tyrese and spins up a complete lie as to what has happened to try to rally his supporters, which I think is a really fascinating, interesting aspect of the series that with the governor's arc does not get enough credit. So to me, it's really interesting to go back and reread all this. How the colorization changes things does not, I think it's been really interesting. There's only been really one bit where I thought the color like added something to like the gross factor that actually maybe crossed the line a little bit. But up beyond that, I haven't really seen that point where I sat there and said, this is a little bit too much. And overall, I mean, it's really interesting to go back and reread this series, one, because of the COVID pandemic and now getting to the governor's arc, the manipulation of people by politicians, and I'm going to leave it at that, especially spinning up lies as to reality to rally people, I think is really interesting and resonates. I mean, this was, so long ago, and I think what Kirkman has done, there's a lot of foresight into it. I thought it's fascinating. Of course, you also get Kirkman's notes in the back, which is really interesting. It's kind of funny and fun to go reread the original letter column, knowing what has happened ever since, this was originally released. So, if you've never read The Walking Dead, I actually think these are really great ways to go back and experience it. They're out roughly every 2 weeks, so, you're not waiting forever between issues. And for those who have read The Walking Dead, I think it's a fun way to go back and reread and experience it, and now experience it again in color. So, this has been out for a little while in the comic shops, so you can go get it. Well, we got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site, so thank you. And just watching our videos support us, so thank you for that. If you are interested in comics, you can find us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, and now Mastodon, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky.